Before I start this video, I want to thank everybody that like, comment, share, and subscribe. I see it. God see it. Blessings to you in your situations. Just in case you don't make it to the end of the video, I wanted to thank you now. Thank you. I could still remember the day. It was a gloomy day. It seemed like it was going to rain, but it didn't rain. I love those type of days. I love rainy days, but what I love more than rainy days is days that look like it's going to rain, but it don't rain. I love those gloomy days. This was a gloomy day. Somebody asked me, how did I find out I was being gang stalked? How did I figure out the people that was involved, the dysfunctional family members? How did I do it? Like I said, I still remember the day. SR&BG in the day my life changed. This gloomy day in Phoenix when I was homeless, me and my woman, we was homeless. My life changed at 8:50. Okay, I say 8:52. I remember this day like it was yesterday because I got some news that I couldn't believe. I didn't accept this news at first. I refused to accept it. Let me start from the beginning, right? I always knew that something was going on. I mean, every time I start climbing a mountain and I'm almost to the top, something comes and pull the rug from under me. I made a video about the rug pull tactic, how you would get real invested in something and somebody would come and pull the rug from under you. I realized that the rug pull tactic was being played in my life. I didn't know where it was coming from. I manifested the military. The Most High blessed me to go to the military. And as soon as I was doing good, I was fixing helicopters, H-46 Deltas. As soon as I was doing good, it's like a spirit came over me. I got kicked out the military. I didn't get a plumbing job. Other jobs. I was supposed to get a job at the oil refinery, making good money. Something happened. I was supposed to be a longshoreman. Something happened. Something always happened. I started raising my fist to the Most High. I admit it. I feel like I'm cursed. I don't want to be here. I feel like Job. I mean, I set out with good intentions. I promise, I really do. Nobody is going to sign up for plumbing school or go to the military or apply for these different jobs just to become a failure time and time again. I knew that something was happening. I didn't know what to call it. At that time, I didn't call it witchcraft. I didn't see that there was roadblocks. But this morning, this gloomy morning in Phoenix, it all made sense. I could still remember the day. Me and my woman, we was blessed to get into this program called iHelp. All praises to the Most High. Bless every staff that was in iHelp because they was really, really good, genuine people, and they really, really cared for the homeless. They fed us. They put us in different churches every night. They was really good people. iHelp in Phoenix. Actually, it's in Tempe, Arizona. That's like Phoenix neighbor, right? It's a program called iHelp. They give you showers, blankets, all of that. And they're really genuine. Now, I done been to some damn places that didn't even like homeless. They just wanted that damn grant every year. We woke up that morning and we headed to the park like we did every morning to think of a plan. And I remember we was sitting at this bench and the phone rung. And I looked at the phone because it was a LA number and people from LA wasn't calling that phone at the time. And I looked at this number and I answered the phone. And as soon as the person said, "What's up?" I knew who they was. But the crazy thing is this person never called me. This person is on another level, a higher level than me. It's like I would work for this person, right? This person never called me. We were never on the same level, never in the same circle. We just knew each other. But I knew my position and they knew their position. They was on the CEO level and I'm on this homeless ass level, but they calling me, right? So I answered the phone. They like, "What's up?" I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" I'm confused because they never called me before. They never called me after. But they called me this morning, this gloomy morning in Tempe, Arizona, while me and my woman, we sat at the park. And then they started to tell me something that changed my life to this day. This person said, "Hey man, I got some information. I know that you a cool person and it's not resting easy with me to have this information without you knowing it." They said something like that. And I said, "Lay it on me, man." And this person said, "Your mother." Now remember, this is the day that my life changed. This person said that my mother has put a curse on me and my three brothers, my two brothers, it's three of us. My mother has put a curse on me and my two brothers, her three sons, to not be nothing. And I said, "Man, you tripping. Why did she do that?" And he said, "Because she don't like your father. And another reason is because she's a witch. She's a witch. She knows she's a witch. And people that know her know that she's a witch." I couldn't believe it, right? Now, remind you that this person don't play games. You understand what I'm saying? Somehow this person got my damn number. But I'm not surprised because this person has the power to get people number if they wanted to get their damn number, especially mine. So they got my number. And I'm sitting here tripping because this person don't play games. This person don't like waste their time. And they sitting up here telling me about my mother and my family business and all of this. For the person who asked me, how did I figure out who was praying against me, who was going behind my back, who was setting roadblocks, why I was never a successful plumber, why I was never successful in the military, why everything crumbled on this gloomy day in Tempe, Arizona, I'm sitting up listening to this serious person. Still to this day, this person is a serious person. I'm listening to this person tell me something, and guess where they got the information from? A tarot card reader. They said, "Hey, Nick, I was worried about you. So I spent a little money and I went to the best. And they told me about you, why you in the situation you in, why your brothers are in the situation they're in, why your father is in the situation he's in." And I know this goes against the things that you believe, Nick, because at the time I wasn't dealing with no tarot card readers at that time. But this person spent some big money to go to a powerful tarot card reader to pull my cards, also my brother's cards. And it all said the same thing, that my mother is the one. He went into the flying monkeys that was in my family. I was so shocked. I was angry. I laughed. I cried. We hung up and I rebuked him. I rebuked him for weeks. I didn't want to believe this shit that the closest people to me was going to sacrifice me. Do you want to know what he told me? That this goes on. The chosen ones are supposed to be the sacrifices. He told me about the sacrifices in my family that went on in the generations. And then he started telling me about the money that they received. And I was like, they do got money, huh? This person do got some money, huh? That just appeared from nowhere, huh? But I still didn't believe it, man. You know, it hurts to believe this. This is one of the dark sides of waking up. They make it seem like it's going to be peaches and cream, like it's going to be a bowl of cherries, but you realize that the truth, it hurts, man. You will literally fight. I'm talking about fight to death. You will fight to death the person that's coming to bring you the truth because the truth hurts, man. And I hung up the phone and I cried in the inside. I didn't tell my woman, but I thought about this for a long time, man, before I accepted it. My woman was quiet on it because at that time, we just met. She didn't want to overstep her boundaries because we didn't have no children at the time. She was just, my girl. So she just listened, and that's all I needed at that time anyway, was somebody to listen, you know. And then all of a sudden, the memories started coming. The insults that came out of nowhere from my mother, from people that's in my family, the dysfunctional family members. Understand that every single body in your family not going to be dysfunctional. Even some of the flying monkeys aren't dysfunctional. They've been tricked. And understand that these flying monkeys in your family right now, they're waking up and they're getting mad at the leader of this smear campaign, this cray-cray tactic, this reverse philosopher stone tactic, these roadblocks. Yeah, at first, all of the flying monkeys in your family, all of your friends that was the flying monkeys that was keeping this secret, a lot of them, they didn't even know that you was righteous. Now they starting to listen to you. A lot of us are starting to make YouTube pages and Instagram and Facebook, TikTok. The chosen ones are popping out on social media, and everybody that made us look crazy and throw these damn roadblocks in our way, they starting to look crazy. That day changed my life. It changed me. It took about 2 months. I tell you the last thing that happened, and then I said, yep, the person that called me is telling the truth, and now it's time to become an observer. I've become an observer now. I've tucked my emotions away. If I do seem like I'm emotional to them, it's just because I'm playing a game. I'm testing them out now. I'm seeing how they tick and what makes them snap and shit after I accepted that. But what made me say, okay, this is it. After that phone call, I started getting real angry because it really made sense. I just wanted to fight against it. It made a lot of sense. And I was going over all of the abuse and all of the smear campaigns. And, the memories started coming up and they wouldn't go away. So I admit I called my mom's. Now remember, I mentioned Katoya J, and I said that we curse ourselves when we declare war on our parents, even if they're witches and warlocks. These are the ones that we have to give a pass. The only solution to they bullshit is separation. That's it. If Wormwood do something to you, if I do something to you, you probably could fight me. You could sock me in the jaw and probably get away with it. But your parents, you can't do that. This is how I figured that out. This day, it was building up, man. So I called my mom's and I wanted some answers. And she played like I was crazy and I didn't know what I was talking about. So guess what I did? I cussed her out, man, and hung up the phone. I woke up the next morning. Listen to me. We mature over here, right? I woke up the next morning with a little bump on my thigh, in my inner thigh. It's like I was homeless. My thighs was getting greasy and shit. No homo, sweat and dirt. My thighs is rubbing together and shit. I've been wearing the same drawers for a couple of days. I get a boil. The boil grows so big after I cursed my mom's out that I had to go to the hospital. And while I was in the hospital, I heard this nurse talking about Job. He was like, just imagine Job was covered with these things because Job was cursed. And that's when the spirit starts speaking to me. He spoke to me through that damn that nurse. I remember again after that, I come at my mother and it's only defending myself. I only want answers. And I get a big ass boil the next day under my arm. I do researches on boils. I connect Job and I realize that boils are a part of curses. If ever I go against my mom's and speak my mind and go against what she's saying, I would get a boil. I'm talking about the type that I have to go to the hospital. They just pop out of nowhere. Not a lot of them, just one real big irritating one. The last one I got damn near gave me a fever. It was under my left arm, and the nurse said, I'm lucky I got there because it could have seeped into my heart and infected my heart and all of that type of stuff. So I'm like, oh, this shit is real, man. Then you start thinking about other people that's involved in your family, involved in your life, like your father. You start wondering, like, hey, did my father go down the wrong road because of her? This is the dark side of waking up. No, right now, I am not upset with my mother. If she called right now, I have a conversation with her. If I strike the lottery and get $50 million, then my mother will be a millionaire. You best to believe it. I'm going to buy her a house, a horse, and all of that other shit that she like. So no, this isn't a hate video. This isn't anything. This is reality. This is therapy. This is therapy for me. Hopefully, it's therapy for you. Because people out here, they want to make it seem like when you wake up, you see all you got to do is wake up and your life is going to change and it's going to be all good. It's not. When you start having these memories of how you was abused, when you start putting the pieces of the puzzle together, it's going to look real dark, man. And a lot of people lose their mind or they fall back into the programs. It takes a real strong mind to keep going after they realize that everybody in their life was against them, whether they knew it or not. This is the dark side of waking up, man. Just imagine waking up to all of this and you still not healed. This is what creates a dark empath. Waking up to all of this and being healed from this is what creates a super empath. You hear what I'm saying? This was the day that my life changed. It was October 2009. Right before Halloween. It was gloomy. I remember that day, man. I'm telling you. This is why they want to erase our memories and make us not remember nothing, because they don't want us to remember the trauma. They just want the effect of the trauma to run. And we forget why we acting crazy. We forget why we don't have confidence. We forget why we failed. But this person, and God bless this person isn't a perfect person. This person knows every single body in my family, and every single body in my family know this person. And God bless this person. This person participated. This person participated with the gang stalking against me, but they repented. I'm telling you, as time go on, as we move higher and higher out of this damn decay, these people are going to come repent, and they going to start telling you stuff. Be prepared, because you forgot a lot of it, man. I thank God for people like Mike B. I thank God for people like Frank J. Walker, who used to make my beats, who used to listen to me. My neighbor Dontel over there on 76. God bless my woman. People that listen to me, man. It's like just by them listening to me allowed me to explain it and heal me a little bit. I was going to make another video on how people say, yeah, man, if you chosen, you're not going to have no friends and nobody's going to come and help you. Yeah, that's true to an extent. But the Most High put people up in our life, like one person, like Mike B, like my woman, like my producer, Jay Walker and Dontel. They listened to me when nobody would listen to me, man. I know what y'all, I know y'all understand what I'm saying. All praises to the Most High. Thank you to everybody that like, comment, share, and subscribe. I see it. God see it. Blessings to you and your situations. Peace.